So my name is Craig DeJarlis. I work for Eugene Springfield Fire. I'm a captain on Engine 5. So I've been a firefighter since 1991 and a firefighter paramedic since 1994. So early morning hours, October 17th of 2018, we were first due to a residential structure fire which was close to the station. So as we pulled up to the residential structure fire, it turns out the individual that owned the house set his own house on fire and set up 2 houses down with guns waiting for us to shoot us as we arrived. So when we arrived on scene, he opened fire and started shooting at us and shot myself and my engineer through the windshield of the fire truck. As we exited the fire truck, he continued firing and ended up shooting all of us. It was not safe yet, so we had to dig in 2 more houses away on the opposite side of the street. I had to shut down the response because we had multiple engines that were still coming that did not know what was going on. So they had to stage away. We had to get cops coming, and I had to try to develop a plan to rescue my firefighter that I had lost on scene that the gunman was still actively chasing. When we made it a ways away, we were still task objective, and soon thereafter police officers went by with weapons, so we knew that there was at least police between us and the shooter. We were able to decompress a little bit more and gather ourselves because the job was not over yet. Once the scene was deemed safe, the job was not over yet, so we went back to the scene and picked up where we left off and had to, at this point, the fire had grown to multiple houses. So we had to get in between those houses and the ones that were unburned to make a stop on the fire until other units arrived. So once other units arrived and we got it pretty much surrounded, we were then taken out of the work. A chief came up, told me to gather my crew that we were done. They gathered us and took us back for a debriefing at the station. And that's when it finally, the task objective had ended and we were able to kind of decompress better. So this is not the first time somebody's tried to kill me. So it is, as you're trained and as you go through this profession, you're always observant of what's around you and what's happening. We end up in dangerous situations on a daily, weekly basis. And they're usually not where there's a gunman, but we always have to search people for knives and needles and weapons. There's weapons in scenes. We're going into other people's houses. Some of the scenes that we go on are not safe, where we have to go in before police arrive. With the media is getting quicker and quicker with cell phones to be able to report on situations before we're able to talk to our own families. So this was still an active scene. I was still actively engaged in it. And my wife woke up and saw on the news what was happening, had brief information that there was an active shooter, and she knew it was in our first in area and that we would be the first engine into it, and that there was lost firefighters and chaos was going on, and I was not able to contact her. So she had a while of process before I was able to talk to her that bad things could be happening. Just keep living like I can. Every day might be your last, and do the best you can with your family and your life, and keep chugging along. So